Trying to find a dog trainer in Galena, Ohio? Yeah, it can feel like a lot. This guide is here to help you sort through all the options and feel really good about the choice you make for you and your furry best friend. Just picture this for a second. You're taking a nice, calm walk along Big Walnut Creek. Your dog's just trotting along right beside you, no pulling, no barking at every little thing. I promise, that's not just a dream. It's totally achievable with the right training. So, how do you get from a chaotic walk to that peaceful one? How do you make your life together just easier? Well, it all starts with finding the right pro to help you out, and that's exactly what we're going to talk about right now. Okay, first things first. We need to get on the same page about what good modern dog training even is. It's not about being the alpha or using punishment. It's really about building a solid, cooperative team with your dog. So the gold standard these days, what all the experts recommend, is something called positive reinforcement. It sounds technical, but it's super simple. It just means you reward the behaviors you want to see more of. It works, it's kind, and honestly, it helps build a dog that's actually excited to learn with you.
All right, you've probably seen a bunch of letters after a trainer's name, right? Well, those aren't just random initials. In an industry that's not really regulated, these certifications show that a trainer is serious about their education. Let's break down what a few of the big ones actually mean.
A really common one you'll see is CPDTKA. You can kind of think of this as proof that the trainer knows their stuff on paper. They've passed a big test that covers everything from how dogs learn to treating techniques and animal care. It's a solid credential. Another fantastic one is KPA-CTP. This one is all about practical skills. A trainer with this certification has gone through a really intense, hands-on program. It shows they don't just know the theory of positive reinforcement, they know how to apply it effectively. Now, what if you're dealing with something more serious, like real fear, anxiety, or even aggression? For that, you'll want to look for someone with advanced qualifications. Credentials like CBCJK or IABC-CDBC mean you're talking to a specialist, a true behavior consultant. Okay, so we've covered the how. Let's get into the what and how much. What do training programs actually look like, and what kind of budget should you be thinking about here in the Galena area? You'll mostly see two main options: group classes and private lessons. Group classes are awesome for puppies that need socialization or for dogs who have trouble focusing when other dogs are around. But private lessons? They are perfect for tackling those very specific problems that only happen at your house. Like jumping on visitors or going nuts when someone walks past the window. All right, let's talk numbers. Here's a general idea of what training costs in the area. You can see a 6-week group class is usually somewhere between $175 and $320. A single 1-hour private lesson, that's typically in the $90 to $160 ballpark. This should give you a pretty good starting point for figuring out your budget. You're also going to hear about board and train programs. This is where your dog goes to live with the trainer for a couple of weeks. It can be a very effective, intensive option. But, and this is a big but, you have to do your homework. Really vet the trainer, the facility, their methods, and make sure there's a clear plan for how they'll teach you to maintain the training when your dog comes home. Being a responsible dog owner is also about being a good neighbor. And a well-trained dog makes it so much easier to follow all the local rules here in Galena and Delaware County. So it's really helpful to know the basics. Galena has a leash law, which just means your dog has to be on a leash unless you're on your own property. By state law, they need a rabies vaccine. And in Delaware County, you need to get them an annual license. And also keep in mind that nonstop barking can actually become a nuisance issue. Good training can help with all of these things. Okay, so once you start training, where do you go to practice? This is the fun part. Galena Village Park is a great spot for just practicing your daily leash skills. If you want something a bit more challenging, the trails at Big Walnut are perfect. And for some safe, legal, off-leash fun, you can't beat the dog beach over at Alum Creek State Park. All right, you're almost ready to pick up the phone or send that email. But what do you actually say? Let's go over a quick checklist of questions that will help you feel confident and make a really informed decision. Here are 5 questions you should ask every single trainer you talk to. First, ask about their training philosophy and what a session looks like. Then, ask about their certifications and how they stay up to date. Make sure they can create a plan that's actually customized for your dog and your life. And, of course, ask how they track progress and get a clear price upfront, including any travel fees to Galena. You don't want any surprises later. At the end of the day, that's really the whole point, right? You're not just fixing your dog. You're building a partnership, one that makes your life together, right here in Galena,
Way more fun and enjoyable for both of you.
I mean, think about it. A well-trained dog means you can finally have people over without all the stress. It means you can go explore all the beautiful parks and trails around Delaware County with confidence. You're putting in the work now to open up a whole world of amazing experiences that you and your dog can share together.